icons. Why do I always do this? I turn my head to the side and go, hey, icons, and I feel like my teeth just look like the Whoville, like when the Jim Carrey Grinch wears the Whoville mask. That's what I feel like my teeth look like every time I go, hey, icons, and it's just like teeth at you, so I'm so sorry. The other day I was not feeling well, and I feel like it's just because I'm like lacking, like I'm deficient in something, and I don't know what, but yesterday I was just like feeling like boo-boo, and I know I was feeling like boo-boo because I like freaking slept so long. I typically don't take naps. Like if I do, it's like maybe like I take an hour nap, but like I took a nap and it was like 4 hours later. It was insane. And then prior to that, I took like a 2 hour nap, and that is just on top of me sleeping that night too. So I wanted to film this home video of me just ranting, and I'm a little nervous because I know I can rant a lot, and part of me does not want to edit it, but part of me is like, this will be so fun, because I wanted to rant about something special to my heart, and that's emos. Shit, my lights aren't on. Is it better if my lights are on for y'all? Let me know which one, because like I'm not doing a look, so I feel like this is like really aggressive, but I don't know, is that not enough lighting for you? So if you aren't aware, I I am an emo. I call them emes. Like it's weird to say like, oh, you're emo. Like you are emo, but you aren't an emo. You're an eme. I don't know why. It just clicks better in my head. I don't know. Maybe I'm just like completely a giant liar and I'm just been lying to myself, but I don't think I look emo. Like I don't think if I'm walking down the street, you'd be like, oh yeah, that girl. I do listen to your typical like 2000s pop. I will say I do love 2000s pop, but if it's not 2000s pop that I'm listening to, it's gonna be like punk and emo. Like I love it. I feel like it's weird because like you ask anyone that knows me, they'll be like, yeah, she's emo. But I didn't typically have like an emo phase. Like I had a phase where I was like just wearing black, but I had no teenage dirtbag photo amongst this. And I wasn't an emo kid. I was never doing like scene makeup. But like I was listening to like the Spill Canvas in bed and being like, woe is me. You don't understand. All hail the heartbreaker. I've never been in a relationship, but all hail the heartbreaker in like junior year was like my song. Fun fact, when I started listening to more emo music, I think my gateway was just like the lyrics. Like I absolutely loved just how in depth and how like critical the lyrics were, and that just like hooked me. And I was like, I bet I was probably like, so sophisticated. I'm so sophisticated. You don't understand. But but then it was just like, yeah, like that was my gateway. So like I'm not a screamo emo. I'm not screamo screamo. That's not me. I have to be in a very specific mood. I'm not a screamy person. So, but I do feel like there are sometimes where I can get behind it if I'm really feeling like ragey, but other times it's just more like I want it to be like the most dramatic lyrics that I'm like, be in your feels. But I think that's just because when I started listening to emo music, you gotta think I'm like listening to Vindicated by Dashboard Confessional, and I'm listening to like all of you Spill Canvas, so it's like, what's the matter most? I displayed them for you. I just realized my mic was like literally facing the other way, so I apologize if it was a little muffled or something. Okay, so like let's just start by breaking down kind of what music that I do listen to. This is going to be part one of my emo hot takes for emo bands. Do I want Wikipedia's list of emo artists? Sure. Okay, wait. Why are there so many? I just want like a general list. I don't need like, what the fuck is this? The All American Rejects. We all know I do listen to the All American Rejects. I think it is a good toss up between All American Rejects and Water Parks of which emo band I love more. Like, they are both probably top tier emo bands for me. Like, ooh, like emo punk. Again, it pulls up under emo. I don't know if Water Parks is considered emo, but we'll get there when we get there when we get there when we get there. All American Rejects, solid. Love the band. I don't care if they're like the Nickelback of emo. Like, to me, they're amazing. I love them. All Time Low, don't, like, I know some songs, but I'm not like the person who's like, I got your pictures, I'm there, Maria, count me in. I know some songs, I don't know all of them. I will say Wake Up Sunshine is probably the album I listen to the most. But I'm not like turning on All Time Low, if that makes sense. I did go through a phase where I really liked Remembering Sunday though. Okay, BVB, we've talked about this. Don't listen to, because it's just a lot of screaming. But Andy Black specifically, yes, I will listen to his album, and Katie and I listen to it quite often when we play Mario Kart. So, oh, Bring Me the Horizon. Medicine's probably my favorite song. I do love Why You Gotta Kick Me When I'm Down, and then Teardrops. No fucking way. Why is Cobra Starship? I am second guessing this Wikipedia page. Cute is what we aim for. I do listen to I got the gift of one-liners and you've got the curse of curves. Dashboard Confessional, duh. Death Cab for a Cutie, only Tiny Vessels, because I think I saw a video where Austin Knight from Water Park said that was one of his favorite sad songs, and then I just listened to it constantly. But like, their album's good. I do like Passenger Seat. I listen to them on occasion, but I'm not like, why is Evanescence not on here? Fall Out Boy, Sugar We're Going Down is the only song I'll listen to. I just can't get behind how they look, and I'm so sorry, but that's really mean of me to say. I'm so sorry. Falling in Reverse, I'll sing along to Bad Girls Club, but I'm not really like, it's so hard to like trust people these days, and I know whatever his name, Ronnie something, he's just like an asshole. I've just heard he's an asshole. I remember going on his site once, and everything was so overpriced. Like, you could get like a fucking pinball machine. I'm like, why are you like, who's buying a pinball machine from you? I always get nervous because I'm like, either like an emo band's gonna be sweet, and I'll break this down in my part 2 when I kind of talk about kind of why emo boys are great, but also not. They're either gonna be like amazing, they're gonna be kind of sweet, or they're gonna be like literal jackasses and probably offenders on all levels. But I don't know, I get so nervous. Like, I would say just in general, like, I was making my bed and I'm like, please, someone like spare me if Calvin Klein, like, there's something wrong with Calvin Klein, because I love my waffle knit bedding, but like, I can't even trust my bedding brand, you know? Like, that's how on the fence I am about everything. But I know Singer of Falling in Reverse is like bad news. So I don't listen to, like, if I know better, I'm gonna do better. So again, if anyone I mention is like, let me know in the comments, because like, I'm a good like, okay, stop right there, and we'll reverse it. Flyleaf, I think everyone listens to All Around Me. The Fray? Why the fuck is the Fray on here? I would not consider them emo. I'm not a big Green Day. Like, Green Day and Blink-182, I think they maybe are more considered punk, but I'm not a big fan of either of them, so sorry. I do listen to some of the main. I listen to Mayday Parade. My favorite Mayday Parade is probably when they do like Pop Goes Punk or whatnot, and they do a cover of when I grow up. My personal opinion, though, when they sing it is the original is like, you could talk about me because I'm a hot topic. I wish when Mayday Parade sang it, they said, like, you all talk about me because I'm at Hot Topic. It would have slapped. It would have slapped, but it's fine. I just wasn't in the room. My Chemical Romance. I can get behind some of their songs. I'm not the biggest My Chem fan. Not that I hate them. I do like their music, but when I started listening to like emo music, I don't know why. I was just like, that's a little much. Now I'm completely fine with them, but Katie got into My Chem, so I just like am like, that can be Katie's. So I don't go turning it on, but if she turns it on, then I'll listen to it, if that makes sense. Panic at the Disco, no. I've never been a big Panic fan. From a young age, when they played I Write Sins on the radio, I was so pissed. I was like, why are they bleeping out God and not damn? Because Annie, maybe the God door does not make sense. And I just was like, even though I grew up in, in the South and religion and stuff, I was just so confused. And I was like, I hate this song. And then I felt so betrayed when they then went into like their high hopes for a living. I was like, you aren't emo. You aren't emo. And then they had to offend me with him singing like, can't spell awesome without me. I was like, someone take away your emo. Take away your emo card right now. This is offensive. This is offensive. But no, I just never really thought he was cute either. And I'm not saying that like post like knowing like, but I really was not a big Panic fan. I think the only song I really listened to was like Victorious off of Death of a Bachelor, but no, I'm not like a huge Panic fan. So Paramore though, yes, I do love Paramore. Pierce the Veil will be in part 3. I listened to Pierce the Veil, but I'm getting into them more because I was just showing Katie last night, funny enough, King for a Day. The Red Jumpsuit Apparatus, yes. Sleeping with Sirens, absolutely, abso-fucking-lutely. The Spill Canvas, I'm so glad they made it, yay! They're probably very popular, but like I'm like, they're so niche, no one knows them. One of the most emo songs I think is Black Dresses and Car Crashes. The most emo song I've ever come across, and it's by them. Taking Back Sunday, absolutely. Do we really want to put 21 Pilots on this list? Are they emo? Water Parks is not on here. Maybe they're under punk. Water Parks and Paris are on here, and I'm a little confused why not. So now you kind of know the gist of who I listen to. I feel like I listen to other like emo bands, but they're more, I guess, recent. So now we're on to part 2, and this is going to be me talking about the obvious. If I am an emo girl, do I like emo boys? The answer to this was at a period of time. They were my type. I think the idea of emo boys in concept, the concept is better than the actuality. So let's debrief. And to be fair, this is just my opinion. So again, when you think of emo boys, you think simps. I feel like that's how I think. I think of them like they're literally like pick-me boys. Like emo boys were like, the popular girl is never gonna date me. They just won't look at me because I'm not attractive. But the thing was, they were also loyal to the fact that they knew that was kind of like their place in time. Oh my god, I feel so bad. Guys, don't hate me. We're working through it. And so they also understood that like having you in their life was like, they weren't going anywhere. They were like, damn, I can't believe I pulled this, like, highest of highs. Like, they are bowing down to you. They're like, you are my muse. Like, they're like, damn, someone looked at me, and maybe that's not healthy, but that I feel like as a woman, there are a ton of ugly men there were a ton of ugly men. Like, the idea that somehow they have in their mind that they're like, you should be with me. It's like, who? What are you bringing to the table? Because your looks ain't it, and you're expecting me to bring my looks. So, like, emo boys already, again, in concept, have that on lockdown. They already are like, I'm gonna worship you because, like, I can't believe you're even looking at me. Now, that turns toxic fast. I speak from experience. I've been in one relationship. It was with an emo boy, and I think my mistake was I was dating an emo boy and not an emo man, because, like, an emo man to me is like an Andy Black, where it's like he's in his feels. He can be emo. He can, like, really, like, be in touch with his emotions, but he's not gonna do any of, like, the boy shit. Hashtag Madison Beer. Katie would be so happy. That said, would I date an emo guy? No. No. I'm wearing this shirt. It says, you used to be my type. And then I got help. I got help. I just don't feel like we're at the point in society where most emo guys understand that. I feel like we're in the era where emo boys are, like, TikTok-ified, and they're like, so I can act the part, but they're like emo fuck boys, and that's not it. That's not it. So just run the other way. And I'm sorry, they're more for the aesthetic to pull people than they are really, like, gonna sit down and write a song for you. Not that that's the end goal, but so no, I don't think I would ever date an emo boy again. Like, if I ran across, like, a true 2000s emo boy, I don't think I'd date them, but I'd fuck them. Sorry. I mean, it's true. But I feel like now the only two emo artists that I don't know how I would react if I met in person would be, obviously, hi Ruby, you just want to chill with me? Oh, you're so sweet. I love you. I hope you know that so truly. I love you so, so much. Mwah. Sorry. I feel like Tyson Ritter of All American Rejects, like, oh, my emo heart. I can't explain it. I feel like I would either meet him in person and be like, you're cuckoo as fuck, or be, like, so disappointed, like, I built you up in my head. But there's also another chance that I would, like, the emo girl in me, like, younger Annie, would be like, I feel like that is, like, the only true still emo crush that still has a little bit of, like, a flame left. Just because I'm like, in another universe where I was, unfortunately, I guess, a millennial or something. No hate to millennials. I just love being Gen Z. I love being a 2003 baby. I'm just dedicated to my year. No hate. I think y'all had it great. Y'all gotta really live out. Y'all gotta go to the concerts that I wish I went to. And then, obviously, if it wasn't obvious, like, if I met Andy Black, like, I feel like I'd be a complete poser because I don't listen to Black Veil Brides very often. But I know him enough to be like, I know your solo album. I've seen the things you're in. I've seen clips of your podcast. I think that one's just, like, I think I would just honestly be, like, smacked in the face by his beauty. I'd be, like, just staring at him like, yeah. But no, I'm not kind of the girl that's like, I'm not gonna go backstage. I'm not a backstage girl. I'm like, I wish the emo, all I want for, like, emo artists, like, in my weird, like, headcanon kind of Delulu land, is, like, I want them to be like, oh, we got you. But I know they're not gonna do that. I know better. But, like, in my head, they would be like, oh yeah, she's cool. Like, if I just got a she's cool, my validation issues would be, like, fixed. Now we're on to part 3. Why am I bringing up this video? Because I feel like it's very prevalent that literally last night I just showed Katie the Kings for a Day music video. And I was like, you don't understand. Like, it was a big deal, them in suits. Like, I feel like I am, once again, back to, like, I present this way. And then, like, my heart is, like, just, like, I still have a little bit of, like, that emo girl, like, fangirl in me. And I'm, like, kicking my feet when Kellen Quinn's, like, on the ground, like, winking. And I'm like, oh my goodness, I cannot. You bet your ass one day I'll be, like, in a full suit. And I'll get a wig. I'll get an emo wig. Was there anything else? I feel like I've talked a lot. That's my, I guess, starting point of, like, my relationship with emo culture. Don't let this appearance catfish you. Like, I am a true, I have a punk rock heart. Avril Lavigne. I listen to Avril Lavigne. Like, that has to count as emo. I know some people count her as punk, but she's a rock chick. She likes to rock out. But yeah, that has been my rant. And if I missed something, I am completely sorry. If I said something that did not come out correctly and maybe you're like, whoa, why is that? Why did these are just, I'm just ranting to rant. And do I think my video of me just speaking on emo boys matters? No, not really. Not really. It's not gonna, like, blow up. It's not going to change the world. But I felt like I wanted to speak about it because it felt very recent. And Katie was like, why does this matter? And I was like, I'll make a video why it matters. Oh, the one other thing I was going to say was going back to how I feel like you just can't hate on them that much because they, again, it's not that they know their place. I'm not trying to be someone that's like, you know your place. I just love the clip. I want to say it's Kellen Quinn of Sleeping with Sirens, and I'm not sure if he's with Vic or if he's just with someone else. But one of my favorite clips is when he's talking about, like, yeah, paparazzi take photos of us now. That's gross. That's sick. They used to take photos of, like, Lindsay Lohan. Like, thank you. Thank you. There was just, like, a little respect that I feel like it doesn't give enough credit, and then it was just, like, misused through media. But I don't know. I love the true emo boy respect for women. Like, for me, that will always get me. That will always get me. Okay, I'm gonna shut up now. But let me know what your thoughts are in the comments. If you like this video and you want to see more rants, just give it a thumbs up, whether you're emo or not. I appreciate you. I love you. I think you're iconic. And yeah, I'm not gonna take any more of your time. I appreciate you, though, spending your time with me. But yeah, thank you, icons, and I'll see you when I see you next, probably Friday for another episode of the Makeup Diary, so stay tuned for that, and remember to subscribe if you're not. Okay, I love you. Mwah.